Hey, good morning again this morning, y'all. God bless you guys. Pray the Lord is blessing you and keeping you, and I pray that you will find some joy, some peace, some love, and some grace as we go into this holiday season. I know people miss loved ones. I know people um, can suffer with depression, and this time when everybody's kind of putting on the joy, it's not really good. But I pray that. Uh, God would reach into your heart and shine a little light, give you a little peace, and touch you with a little bit of joy. And having said that, let's talk a little bit more about prayer today. I have two verses from the Psalms that I want to use. And while they may not specifically be about prayer, one of them, I guess, kind of is. I'm going to apply them to our praying and to our prayer life and what it does. And the first one is from Psalms 27, and it's in verse 8. And the psalmist says, when you said, and he's talking to God, he says, when you said, seek my face, my heart said to you, your face will I seek. And so in praying, what we do is we are seeking the face of God. Now, the face represents a lot of things. First and foremost, it represents God's presence. And it's just a desire to come into the presence of God. And that I talked about that, was it yesterday or the day before, where I talked about praying behind the veil. And it is about coming into the very presence of God. When you seek God's face, you are seeking his presence, and you want God in your life. And by having his presence in your life, you're actually seeking his blessing. There's the passage about, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. Making his face shine upon you is the idea. When God's face is shining upon you, he is blessing you. He is putting his blessing upon you in whatever way. So when you're seeking God's face, you're seeking his presence, and you're seeking his blessing. You're asking God to do something in your life that only he can do. And so that's a real benefit to prayer. And just to kind of tag along with it, what it does is there's another verse in Psalm 121, verse 1, and it says, I will lift up my eyes to the hills where my help comes from. I will lift up my eyes to the hills from whence cometh my help. The old King James, that's the way I memorized it when I was a kid. So, but what it does is he says, the picture is looking up to the city of Zion, which is set up on the hill and waiting for God's presence to come and God's blessing to come. And I says, I'm looking up, and the idea that I'm getting here is he's taking his eyes off the journey. He's taking his eyes off the road. He's taking his eyes off of everything that's going on about him. He's taking his eyes off of himself, and it takes our eyes off of our own problems, and it begins to put our eyes on God. I will lift up my eyes into the hills. I will look up to God. I will seek his face. I will seek his presence. I will seek his blessing. He's the one that will help me. He's the one that will rescue me. It takes my eyes off of me. It takes my eyes off of everything that's going on with me, and it lets me put my eyes and the focus of my heart, even for just a few minutes, upon God Almighty. I pray that you would do that today. Lift up your eyes to the hills. When he said, seek your face, let your soul say, I will seek your face. Seek his presence. Seek his blessing. Put your eyes upon him. Get out there. Pray today. Love you guys. God bless you.